What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Power Play with CJ Prospect Profile. So we're focusing on Guillaume Breisbois of the Acadie-Bathust of the Q, 2015 draft eligible defenseman who is a decent sized kid at 6'2" and about 175 pounds. I'd like to see him fill out his frame a little bit more, but that's par for the course with young players. Not the best defensive defenseman, even though the Titans have struggled the last couple of years. Negative 23 last year, minus 29 this year. So could definitely improve to see that plus minus improved. But that's the nature of the beast when you're developing a young defenseman. Plays in all situations, uses his size effectively, and is just already matched his point total from last year in 16 less games. So the offensive side of his game's coming around, and he really looks to be a solid beginning of the second round pick. I mean, I think you draft this kid in the second round, you let him develop for 2 more years in the queue, and then it's an AHL season, and I think he can be an NHL defenseman at the next level. I think he needs to be coached up a little bit on the nuances of the game, but that's again par for the course. I think the physical talent's there. I mean, it's just you see why he was a top 5 pick in the Q draft. Again, I'd like to see his defensive game improve a little bit, but I think that's going to come with time. That's the case with most young defensemen. They're not going to step right in and be able to master situational hockey right off the bat. I think if you draft them in the second round and are patient with them, I think you can definitely get a pretty decent product in return. And I mean, he's gotten bigger since he got to the Q. I was looking at his Q draft not stat line, but his size and weight. I mean, he was about 6'1", 155 pounds, a year and a half ago. So he's put on an inch and 15 pounds of what I would assume would be mostly muscle. And I think that he's going to continue to get bigger. And especially in today's league, as much as you need skating, everything, you need some size back there. And I think he's going to continue to improve in all facets of the game. Facets. Not a nice word, but I think that's what's going to happen. And again, this is a deep draft, so the second round is going to be pretty good. I mean, I look for him, Dennis Young from the Shawinigan, to be right around there for Q players. It's a pretty deep Q draft, and I mean, I said it a couple weeks ago. Going through the list, the OHL guys at the top of the draft get a lot of the ink, and that's understandable. As are the college guys in Eichel, Hannafin, and Werenski. But the Q came to play this year, whether people want to admit it or not. So we'll see. You got it's not just Canadians in the Q in this draft. You got obviously, you got the Russian kid in Cape Breton. You got a couple American kids. Whatever nationality Daniel Sprong is. I think Dutch, but you catch my drift. It's good diverse crop of talent this year for the Q being represented. So we'll see what happens. Anyway, that's all I got in this episode of the Power Play with CJ as I lose my ability to speak. Stay tuned for episodes of the season and beyond. Later, guys.